afternoon to all. Respected Principal Sir, Principal Ma'am, ED Sir, ED Ma'am, TIC Ma'am, teachers, and all my students. I, Ms. Shreyashri Pradhan, the class teacher of Class 3, as well as the host for this event, welcome you all to the annual academic presentation of Class 3. I extend our appreciation for your presence today. They say that the one thing in life which no one can ever take from you is your knowledge. So, on this special day, the students have gathered here to celebrate and share their knowledge, achievement, hard work, as well as their camaraderie that has been built over this year. Without further ado, let us now start our first presentation, Earth, a Speck in the Universe, by welcoming our students, Vanshika, Ananya, Fatima, Shanvi, Razdeep, Jishan, and Uma.
Good morning, respected director, sir, director, ma'am, teachers, and all my dear friends. I am Vanshika of class 3. Today, me and my friends are here to speak on the topic Earth, a speck in the universe. Looking up at the sky always makes us wonder how beautiful and mysterious it is. We see many objects in the sky. At the daytime, we see sun in the sky. At night, we see moons and stars in the sky. These all are a part of the universe. The universe is a vast space that contains planets, galaxies, and other forms of matter and energy. The solar system is the sun that we see in the sky is a part of a galaxy known as the Milky Way. The solar system is the family of the sun that consists of the 8 planets, moons, stars, and other heavenly bodies. The sun is a star that lies at the center of the solar system. Thank you. Now I will hand over the microphone to my friend Ananya.
Our solar system is a part of huge universe. All the 8 planets Mercury, Venus, Earth, Mars, Jupiter, Saturn, Uranus and Neptune orbits around the sun. Out of all the 8 planets, our Earth is a special one because Earth is the only planet that has life on it, and Earth is spherical in shape like an orange. Thank you. Now I will hand over the microphone to my friend Fatima.
The Earth's atmosphere protects us from the harmful rays of the sun. It also keeps the temperature of the Earth suitable to sustain life. Earth's surface consists of land and water. Nearly two-thirds of Earth's surface is covered by water and the remaining part is covered by land. The large areas of land are called continents and the huge water bodies are called oceans. Thank you. Now I will hand over the microphone to my friend Shanvi. Our Earth is divided into 7 continents, out of which Asia is the largest in both land areas and human population. Our country, India, is also located at the southern part of the same continent. Talking about the physical features of India, in the north we have a long chain of mountains called the Himalayas. To the south of the Himalayas lies the northern plains. The soil in the northern plains is very fertile for growing crops such as wheat, rice, and sugarcane. To the northwestern part of India lies the Great Indian Desert or the Thar Desert. This region remains hot and dry. Thank you. Along with the diverse physical features, our country has various culture, language, traditions, dressing style, festivals, dance forms, art, and music. India is a diverse country with all the major religions of the world. There are close to 600 languages spoken in India. India has a geographical diversities in the forms of mountains, plains, plateaus, deserts, and islands. Apart from these, India has 28 states and 8 union territories. Each state or UT has different culture, dress, festival, language, etc. Indian cuisine is one of the most diverse and flavorful in the world. There is something to suit every taste, from the curries of the north to delicate thalis of the south. There is no shortage of dishes to try. In spite of all the diversities, India still stands strong today because we Indians coexist peacefully, prosper collectively, help in nation building. Thank you. Now I will hand over the microphone to my dear friend Umang.
In this huge universe, we all are just a tiny part, but if we work together, we can change the world by making our planet a happier and a better place for all the life forms to live. Thank you.
1, 2, 3.
Thank you.
Thank you, students, for your wonderful presentation. Next up, we have a presentation on Bengali titled Shobdo O Obhinoy by Raj Kaur and Astana Palvi.
নমস্কার মাননীয় প্রধান শিক্ষক মহাশয় মহাশয়া মাননীয় নির্দেশক মহাশয় মহাশয়া সম্মানীয় শিক্ষক শিক্ষিকা মহাশয়া সকল শিক্ষক শিক্ষিকাদের এবং আমার সকল ভাই বোনদের সুপ্রভাত জানিয়ে আজ আমি আস্তারা তৃতীয় শ্রেণীর ছাত্রী এবং আমার সহপাঠী রাজ মিলে বাংলা ব্যাকরণের প্রধান অংশ শব্দ ও বাক্য কি তা নিয়ে আলোচনা করব।
উই আউ মাউ চাউ মিগ।
এই রাজ, তুমি চিৎকার করছো কেন? তোমার কতগুলো তো আমরা কিছুই বুঝতে পারছি না, তুমি কি বলতে চাও?
কেন, আমি যে খুব খুশি সেটাই বুঝতে চাচ্ছি।
তা বলে তুমি এইভাবে উয়া বলে চিৎকার করবে?
তা বলে কি করে বলবো?
ভালো বাক্য বলবে, শব্দ বলবে, তখনই না আমরা বুঝতে পারবো তুমি কি বলতে চাচ্ছ। আচ্ছা বলো তো, তোমার এত আনন্দ কেন?
আজকে মা একটি সুন্দর সোয়েটার আনবে।
মানবে তো কি হয়েছে?
আরে ওই সোয়েটারটা তো আমার জন্য এনেছে।
তাহলে ওই কথাটা তুমি আমাদেরকে বুঝিয়ে বলবে না? তুমি তো বাক্য শব্দ কোথায় কিভাবে ব্যবহার করতে তুমি তো জানোই না। তুমি তো উয়া করে চিৎকার করছিলে, ঠিক শব্দ বললেই তো আমরা বুঝতে পারবো। এছাড়া আমাদের উদ্দেশ্য বিধায় ঠিকভাবে বুঝে লিখতে হবে বাক্যে, জানিস রাজ?
তাহলে উদ্দেশ্য কি কোনো শব্দ?
না, উদ্দেশ্য কোনো শব্দ না, এরা হলো বাক্যের বিষয়ে যখন কিছু বলা হয় তখন তাকে উদ্দেশ্য বলে।
তাহলে বিধায় কোনটা আস্তারা?
বিদায় হলো বাক্যের তার বিষয়ে যখন কিছু বলা হয় তখন তাকে বিদায় বলে। যেমন পাখিরা আকাশে উড়ে বেড়ায়, এখানে পাখিরা হলো উদ্দেশ্য ও আকাশে উড়ে বেড়া হলো বিদায়।
হ্যাঁ, এখন বুঝতে পেরেছি।
ধন্যবাদ।
Thank you, students. Next up, we have a presentation of mathematics on order of operations by Shubhamoy, Pranjal, Jishan, Shanvi, and Vanshika.
Good morning everyone, I am Shubhamoy of class 3. Today me and my group will be discussing the topic order of operation. Well, can you solve the equation 4 plus 8 divided by 2 is equals to what?
Well, let me ask my friend Jishan, who is there and seems to be confused. Friend, did you get 6 or did you get 8?
Well, Pranjal, if I do the addition first, 4 plus 8 divided by 2 is equal to 12 divided by 2 is equal to 6. This answer I get 6. But if I do the division first, 4 plus 8 divided by 2 is equal to 4 plus 4 is equal to 8. I get 8.
Looks like we have gotten ourselves into a math pickle. Both the answers can't be right, Jishan.
Good things our Aunt Sally is here to help us out.
Hello friends, I heard all your conversations. Well, it seems you all forgot to use the order of operation in order to solve problems with more than one letters where P stands for parenthesis, E stands for exponents, M stands for multiplication, D stands for division, A stands for addition, and S stands for subtraction. There are also other ways to remember it. BODMAS, B for brackets, O for off, D for division, M for multiplication, A for addition, and S for subtraction.
How to remember PEMDAS, as I often forget the sequence of operations?
Well, I have found an easy way. Please excuse my dear Aunt Sally.
Good one, Subhamal.
Well, I have a question, Aunt Sally. Yes, you may ask. Which one should come first? Multiplication or division, addition or subtraction? Whichever comes from left to right for both division and multiplication and addition and subtraction. Like in BODMAS, division comes first and multiplication comes later. And in PEMDAS, multiplication comes first and division comes later. So both are correct.
Let us practice PEMDAS, BEDMAS and BODMAS. 8 plus 7 divided by 3 is equal to what? Well, let's follow PEMDAS. Parentheses 8 plus 7 is equal to 15. No exponent, no multiplication. Divide 15 divided by 3 is equal to 5. No addition, no subtraction. So 8 plus 7 divided by 3 is equal to 5.
Are you ready for a tough one? 3 square plus 6 into 5 plus 4 divided by 3 minus 7 is equals to how much?
Parenthesis 5 plus 4 is equals to 9. So 3 square plus 6 multiplied by 9 divided by 3 minus 7. Exponents 3 square is equals to 9. So 9 plus 6 multiplied by 9 divided by 3 minus 7. Multiplication 6 multiplied by 9 is equals to 54. So 9 plus 54 divided by 3 minus 7. Division 54 divided by 3 is equals to 18. So 9 plus 18 minus 7. Addition 9 plus 18 is equals to 27. So 27 minus 7 is equals to 20. So the answer is 20.
Aunt Sally, is this correct?
Perfect answer.
It seems we are successful in explaining our order of operation. Thank you everyone for giving your kind attention. And any question from audience?
What are parentheses? They are brackets. They are of 3 types. First bracket, second bracket and third bracket.
What are exponents?
They are little number next to another number. 2 cube pronouns 2 cube or 2 to the power 3. 2 into 2 into 2 is equals to 8. 1, 2, 3. Thank you.
Next up, we have a presentation on Vyakran Ki Jhanki through a song by Vanshika, Purvi, Rajdeep, Hashika, Shubhamoy, Ahana, Hriday, Shaurya, Sam, Ananya, Umang, Manasvi, Prisha, Shivans, Pranjal and Rishan.
नमस्कार, आज हम कक्षा 3 के विद्यार्थी एक सुंदर गीत द्वारा व्याकरण की झांकी एक संक्षिप्त दर्शन करेंगे। आओ बच्चों, तुम्हें सिखाए झांकी हिंदुस्तान की, इस मिट्टी से तिलक करो, ये धरती है बलिदान की। वंदे मातरम, वंदे मातरम, वंदे मातरम। वंदे मातरम। आओ बच्चों तुम्हें सिखाए झांकी हिंदुस्तान की, इस मिट्टी से तिलक करो ये धरती है बलिदान की। वंदे मातरम, वंदे मातरम, वंदे मातरम, वंदे मातरम।
इन पंक्तियों में व्याकरण कहाँ है? गीत के इन पंक्तियों में बच्चा, हिंदुस्तान, तिलक, बलिदान व्याकरण का संज्ञेय भाग है। हाँ, मुझे पता है कि संज्ञा की 3 भाग है, व्यक्तिवाचक, जातिवाचक और भाववाचक।
पर ये संज्ञा है क्या?
मैं बताती हूँ। किसी व्यक्ति, वस्तु, स्थान या भाव के नाम को संज्ञा कहते हैं। क्या यानी कि पंक्तियाँ संज्ञा की प्रकार भी बता रही हैं? हाँ, इसमें बच्चे, धरती, तिलक और मिट्टी जातिवाचक संज्ञा है और हिंदुस्तान व्यक्तिवाचक संज्ञा है और बलिदान भाववाचक है। अच्छा, यह बताओ तुम्हें और इस व्याकरण का कौन सा रूप है? तुम्हें इस यानी सर्वनाम संज्ञा के स्थान पर जो शब्द प्रयोग किए जाते हैं उन्हें सर्वनाम कहते हैं, अथवा नाम के बदले उपयोग होने वाले शब्द। चलो फिर से गाना सुनते हैं।
उत्तर में रखवाली करता पर्वतराज विराट है, दक्षिण में चरणों को धोता सागर का सम्राट है। हिमालय के तट में देखो गंगा का ये घाट है, बाग बाग में हाट हाट में यहाँ निराला ठाट है। देखो ये तस्वीरें अपनी गौरव की, अभिमान की, इस मिट्टी से तिलक करो ये धरती है बलिदान की। वंदे मातरम, वंदे मातरम, वंदे मातरम, वंदे मातरम।
पूर्व, पश्चिम, उत्तर, दक्षिण भी व्यक्तिवाचक संज्ञा है। क्या इसमें क्रिया शब्द भी है? हाँ, रखवाली और पखालता क्रिया या काम वाले शब्द ही तो है। क्या विशेषण भी है? हाँ है। जैसा कि हम जानते हैं, संज्ञा और सर्वनाम की विशेषता बताने वाले शब्द विशेषण कहलाते हैं। इस पूरी गीत में विशेषता ही तो बताई जा रही है। कितना आसान है व्याकरण सीखना। हमारे बातों में, गीतों में, कविता में, हर लेख और भाषा में व्याकरण है।
1 2 3 धन्यवाद।
Next up, we have a presentation of science on biosphere by Shubhamoy, Shivansh, Ananya, Purvi, Prisha, Kanish, Raj, Malasvi, Fatima, Shanvi, and Vanshika.
Good morning everyone. I am Shubhamoy of class 3. Today me and my friends are here to speak on the topic biosphere. Environment consists of air, water and land. It consists of everything we can see around, like trees, plants, birds, animals and also people. People like mother, neighbor, friends are all a part of our environment. The fishes in the ponds, the trees with the birds, the butterflies on red roses, green grass below and the blue sky above all make the environment. Now I will hand over the microphone to my friend Shivansh.
Environment satisfies all our needs. It provides us with air that we breathe, water that we drink, food that we eat, and clothes that covers our body. We live in this place. We are all a part of this environment. This environment belongs to all of us. Thank you. Now I will hand over the microphone to my friend Ananya. Plants are an important part of our environment. There are various types of plants found in our environment. Plants absorb carbon dioxide from the environment. They play a vital role in food chain. It also helps in reducing pollution and global warmings. It also provides shelter to many animals, birds, and insects. Thank you. Now I will hand over the microphone to my friend Purvi.
Different plants have different parts that perform different functions. Roots hold the plants firmly to the soil. It also prevents the soil from being washed or blown away. Leaves prepare food for the plants. They are also known as the food factory of the plants. Leaves make use of sunlight, carbon dioxide from air, water, and minerals from the soil. This process is known as photosynthesis. In this process, oxygen is released. Therefore, plants play an important role in our environment. Thank you. Now, I will hand over the microphone to my friend Risha.
Every living thing needs food to survive. Plants make their own food, but human being and animal depend on other plant and animal for food. Animals are classified into three groups based on their food habits. They are herbivorous, carnivorous, omnivorous. Thank you. Now I will hand over the microphone to my friend Kanesh.
All plant-eating animals are called herbivorous. Wild animals such as deer, elephant, zebra, and giraffe. Domestic animals like cow, goat, sheep, horse, and buffalo are herbivorous. Thank you. And I hang over the microphone to my friend Raj.
Carnivorous animal eats only the flesh of other animals. Like lion, fox, wolf, and tiger are carnivorous animal. Now I will hand over the microphone to my friend Manasvi. Animals that eat both plants and flesh of other animals are called omnivorous. For example, crow, bear, monkeys, and human beings. Now I will hand over the microphone to my friend Fatima.
All animals depend directly and indirectly on plants for food. The plants are eaten by herbivores that depend on plant directly for food. Carnivores eat herbivores, thus they depend upon plant indirectly. The food chain always starts with a plant and ends with an animal. Therefore, both plants and animals play an important role in the environment. Thank you. Now I will hand over the microphone to my friend Shanvi.
Since both the plants and animals are important for the environment, have you ever wondered why are human beings important for the environment? We have just polluted the environment and have harmed the plants and animals. So why are we important for the environment? Thank you. Now I will hand over the microphone to my friend Vanchika. Humans are considered as the most intellectual species among all the species and in the environment. But sadly, we are the ones to be responsible for creating a disbalance in the nature from the problems like global warming and weather changes. We know that we have a major role in it, so it is only we humans who can change these environmental changes. We have a major role and responsibility for making our environment a safer space for the living organisms and plant species to thrive and flourish. Thank you.
1, 2, 3.
Thank you.
Thank you, students. Last but not the least, we have a storytelling on one of the best literary works, The Merchant of Venice by William Shakespeare. So, I would like to call upon stage my dear students, Rasdeep, Astra, Pranjal, Anaya, Ahana, Ananya, Jishan, Shaurya, Shanti, Vanchika, Sam, and Fatima.
Good afternoon, everybody. I am Rashti Burman of class 3.
I am Astra Barvi.
I am Pranjal. I am Anaya.
I am Ahana.
I am Jishan. I am Shaurya. I am Shanvi Dubey. I am Vanchika Yadav. I am Sam. I am Fatima.
Today, me and my friends here will be narrating our story, The Merchant of Venice, written by William Shakespeare. Once upon a time in Venice, there lived a Christian shipping merchant named Antonio. He had invested his money on a bunch of ships and hopes to make a profit soon. He also has many friends who loved him for his generous nature. Antonio, despite all this love, is depressed and cannot say why.
Meanwhile, Antonio's friend Bassanio is facing some of his own problem. He needs some money to woo a beautiful lady named Portia. Antonio promises to help Bassanio get the money.
In Belmont, there is Portia, who is rich but cannot marry whom she wants. Her father stated that a wealthy man can come and undergo a puzzle to win her in marriage. The one man that Portia likes is Bassanio, but he is too poor. Back in Venice, Antonio was borrowing 3,000 gold coins from a Jewish moneylender, Shylock, on behalf of Bassanio so that he could woo Portia. Shylock and Antonio hates each other, so Shylock lends money on one condition: if Antonio cannot pay back the money, Shylock will claim a pound of Antonio's flesh. Back in Belmont, Portia's father had designed the puzzle. Anyone who decides to marry Portia had to choose one of the 3 caskets: one of gold, one of silver, and one of lead. If they have chosen correctly, they would find Portia's portrait inside it, and Portia would have to marry them. Rumors were buzzing in Venice that Antonio had lost some of his ships at the sea. Shylock says that if Antonio cannot pay him back, then he will demand a pound of flesh. He talks about all the injustice he had faced just because he was a Jew. Meanwhile, in Belmont, some of Portia's suitors have been rejected as they have chosen the wrong casket. Bassanio too had gone to Belmont to try his luck, and by choosing the lead casket, he wins Portia and she gives him a ring. News comes through that Antonio has lost all his ships and Shylock is demanding a pound of flesh from Antonio. Portia offers to help pay back the loan, but Shylock intends on claiming the promise, a pound of flesh. Soon Bassanio leaves for Venice, and secretly Portia and her maid Nerissa decides to go to Venice and
to disguised as men. Portia, disguised as a male lawyer, appears at the Venetian court where Shylock is demanding justice. Shylock starts sharpening the knife in front of everyone to cut out a pound of flesh of Antonio. At first, Portia seems to speak on Shylock's favor, but later she reminds everyone about the two extra laws. Firstly, it's illegal for an outsider like Shylock to shed a Venetian blood. Secondly, it's illegal for an outsider to plan to kill a Venetian. Since the Jewish Shylock is considered an outsider, he is known guilty of breaking the law. Bassiano and Graciano are so thankful that they are tricked to give their rings to the disguised lawyers. Finally, the story comes to an end where Antonio has found that 3 of his ships has returned safely and Graciano and Bassanio gets their rings back from their wives Portia and Nerissa, promising to be ever faithful. So nearly everyone lives happily ever after. 1, 2, 3. Thank you.
Thank you, students, for your wonderful presentation. Gaining knowledge is the first step to wisdom. Sharing it is the first step to humanity. Knowledge is actually meant to be shared. We keep on growing by sharing and gaining knowledge continuously. It not only helps the other person to improve, but also polishes our skills as well. With these words, I would like to extend my vote of thanks to respected Principal Sir, Principal Ma'am, ED Sir, who has always been a constant support and a great source of encouragement. I would also like to thank ED Ma'am, TIC Ma'am, my colleagues and all my dear students for putting your effort in making this event successful. Last but not the least, I would like to thank the audience for being such a patient listener. Thank you all. This is Shreya Pradhan signing off.